Little pool in Mexico?
Yeah, what are we in, Sonora? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the White Trash Racing YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing some pulls in my all-wheel drive boosted Acura Integra. Want to go over a few details first and a few issues we're running into at this very moment. I don't want to mislead anybody. It is all-wheel drive, but I do not have everything hooked up in the rear. I still need to do a fuel system, the rear diff, and a drive line. I have an all-wheel drive transmission, everything like that working, but we do not have the transmission hooked up to the rear diff because the rear diff doesn't exist at the moment. It's in my storage, it's not in the car, so it will just be front-wheel drive pulls at the moment. But we are boosted on a B18 non-VTEC. We're running big Crowder cams, fully built bottom end, Pulsar GTX 3076R. Yeah. Stock all-wheel drive transmission out of the Honda CRV, 99 Honda CRV to be exact. So if you guys been following along the channel, you kind of know where we're at. If you're new to the channel, let me go over a few details. So we just put this motor in. This is a rebuild engine. I just rebuilt it. I was running it on a leather block. The cylinder walls were really worn out, so we're getting a ton of blow-by. The catch can was filling up really quickly on the last motor, and we didn't even have a turbo in the last motor. So I ended up finding out that there was a plug in the block that allows oil. It basically limits the oil going to the head. And I found out that the machine shop I had the work done at didn't give me that plug back. So I thought that was the main issue why the catch can was filling up the oil. But it turns out that with the new motor and that plug and everything, it's still filling up the oil. This catch can setup is not working. I have the lines that go to the back of the block. You can buy these little plugs off eBay or anywhere online pretty much that go to the back of the block. They got a little 10 AN fitting on there, and then you can run your lines to your catch can. But from my research, if you only have that set up and you don't have it also going to the valve cover, it seems that the majority of the people, the catch can is filling up rather quickly or quicker than it should. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and build that valve cover real quick. Once we're done building that valve cover, we're gonna test a few things that I just set up. I just set up no lift shift on the, or full throttle shift, either or. They got these multiple names, but basically when you shift the car, you don't have to let off the throttle, you just push the clutch. When you push the clutch, the ECU will cut the ignition, just like a two-step or rev limiter, but it'll cut the rev limiter lower so that the RPMs will drop and that you can go straight into the next gear without hanging up or getting locked out. And that's especially a big problem on these stock CRV transmissions, because the CRV only revs to 7,200. This motor is built to rev to 9 or 10,000. So really, to utilize the camshafts and the AR housing on the turbo and everything, I really need to be revving to 8,000-9,000 at least. And if you rev this transmission over around 7,000, it'll lock you out on the shifts. I've already experienced that, so I had to set up that no lift shift. So real quick, non-VTEC valve cover. This is your baffle. You must remove the baffle if you want to do it right and have a good outcome. Anyways, you're gonna have these little rivets. You're gonna drill those out so you can get this baffle off of there. You're gonna need a drill bit. I got a 1/8 inch drill bit. You're gonna need the appropriate size tap to go with whatever size bolt you want to use, the thread pitch. I've got that. You're gonna need a 10 AN fitting or whatever size AN fitting you want to use. I'm only using one. You could use 2, 4, 10, 20, however many you want to do, right? I'm only doing one. Another thing I want to go over real quick is that very important thing, right? Once you get this cover off, this is your baffle. The air goes in here, okay? So based off where you put your bungs is going to have a real determination of how much oil goes into your catch can, because if you put that bung right on the outside right there, then the oil's going to go in this hole and straight out that bung. Okay, so now if you take this cover off and you see how this works, if you put it on these sides over here, the air has to go in here, travel over the top through all these little walls and everything, and then go to this side. So by the time the air gets over here, more than likely the oil is going to get caught on the walls and it won't go straight into your catch can. So you'll fill up your catch can a lot less. I decided to go right here. It's a nice little spot for me. Like I said, just wherever you do it, just make sure that you don't do it right where these are at or right next to them. Like, you definitely don't want to do it right there either. I mean, I've seen a lot of people have them right there, but the air can go in here and straight out that bung, so it's not going to help you at all. If you're going to do it on this front side, which I've seen a lot of people do it, you're definitely going to want to have them probably right here in the middle, to be honest. But it's up to you whether you want it to look cool or you want it to work well. I like my stuff to work well. So once you figure that out, you're going to go through, drill all these little holes. There's 12 of them. And then you're going to tap them all out for the thread pitch you're going to use. That way you'll be able to bolt this back on, because without this, all the oil will just go straight out this bung, and it's still going to fill up your catch can. That's the goal, to not fill up the catch can, right? There. Yeah. Safety glasses on. It's real time, guys. This is real time. Watch this. Watch this thing. Just cut it like butter. Ready? Trying to see what I'm doing here. Maxed out. Can't go any further again. Got her. Alright, back to the... Alright, ready? Got her. Alright guys, I just used that bandsaw to cut all this off. That thing worked amazing. So, I'm going to put that up. Now we're going to sand it all down with the grinder. So look at that thing. I got almost all of it off with the bandsaw. Saved me a ton of work. So now I'm just going to come in here, clean all these edges up, and then we'll weld that bung on, throw some paint on it, good to go. I just finished it up. Weld came out all right, luckily. A little tiny bit dirty, but I've done worse before, so I was pretty happy with that. Just got to go get some bolts right now for these holes and some washers. Seal that up, put it on. I'm going to get some paint while I'm out too, some wrinkle paint. We're going to redo it black. All right, just got back. Got some of these bad boys. Got me a Sprite. Most importantly, we got some of this. That's the good stuff right there. That's how you make it look real pretty. And then in the bag here, we got some bolts and some washers. Phillips head. Figured, you know, no one's gonna see it, so it don't matter. And then I got an 1/8 pipe thread plug to go right there. Boop. All right, got the PCV plug in there. I got the holes taped off, those 3, and I think that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and paint it with the Wrinkle Plus, see how it comes out. All right, there she is. Just gotta let her dry and it'll start wrinkling out. And that's all she wrote. It's pretty sweet. Look even sweeter once it starts wrinkling. So give it some time and see what she looks like. All right, guys, it's the next day. We are about to put the valve cover on. I gotta pop the old one off. All right, we just got that plug out the back of the block, put the original plug back in, and I just pulled off the original line, and it had one straight and one 90, so I took the other 90 from, it originally had 2 lines, and they both had 190 and one straight, so I took the 190 off of that line, put on this line, and got them right on the table. We're gonna go ahead and install them and see how everything works. All right, guys, we got everything together. We're gonna fire it up for the first time and make sure we don't got no leaks. Got the computer in the car right here, so got the Hondata on. See what happens. Mexico, so we're gonna see how the car's running. Just make sure there was no oil leaks or nothing like that. Everything looks good, so should be on about 10 pounds of boost right now. See how she runs. Adjustments to the tune here, and then we're gonna go ahead and shoot up the hill real quick and see what happens. I want to do a third or fourth gear pull, so I can kind of see what type of AFR it's running the whole time, instead of doing like a first, second, third. and I'm gonna drain some oil, if there is any, out of the catch can into this cup, and we'll see if it worked. All right, and I'm happy to say that as you can see, there is practically nothing in there. That's what we got. And I'm pretty sure that was just residual from what was left in the can anyways, because I didn't drain it that much. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. That's a successful catch can system if you ask me.